producers, it's Özgün here. Welcome to the first tutorial of 2023. And in this video, I'm gonna make a full Bigroom Techno remix from the David Guetta Morten You Can't Change Me track. And if you're ready, let's get into that tutorial. Okay guys, we are in the FL21 and all I did was to brought the track, the MP3 version of the track, original track to the project. I just go to the lalal.ai and I extract the acapella from that track. And also, just in case, I like to put the track, put the acapella one semitone up. So it was E minor, now it's F minor. I hope I can get away with the YouTube copyright. If not, that's totally fine. But yeah, I'm gonna try my luck by just pitching it one semitone up. And as you see, I just put the track and the acapella top of each other. When you're making this kind of remixes or bootlegs, we can say, it's good to just have the same chords, same vibe, but have a different kind of drop. And today I'm gonna try to make a Bigroom Techno drop top of this future rave banger track. And also the track was 128 BPM. I just make it a little bit faster by putting it 132. All you gotta do is, after you placing the acapella and the MP3 to the correct positions, just go to the time, choose auto detect, and in here just give the original information. In this case, it was 128 BPM to the acapella. And now you can just go to any BPM and it's gonna follow your BPM. Another important thing is when you are stretching the acapella, stretching the vocals, make sure to choose Stretch Pro, which is the best shifting mode in FL Studio. I recommend you to use it. And yeah, now let's take a listen to the vocals.
I won't change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly.
And I like to give a little bit delay reverb to the vocals so it glues better with the track, and also it gives more inspiration when you're working on this kind of tracks. The first thing I like to do is put the Reese Bass. I already have the MIDI. It was like that, but it wasn't in a proper VST. Let's add a serum. And maybe I can just choose one of the 05 presets. As I remember, he got really cool Reese Basses. And I'm gonna cut and paste the Reese Bass MIDI. And let's hear how it sounds. I think it's too low. Let's put it one octave up. Yeah, probably we can use this as a main Reese Bass of the break. And I'm gonna just route it to its own channel. And now let's test how it sounds with the acapella.
I won't change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is got the pieces.
Maybe I can give some pitch automation to the Reese Bass. Let's see. We can make it 12 in here and create automation clip. I'm gonna copy the first value. So we can do something like that when we are changing the notes.
I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly. You can fly. I won't change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is coming.
Sounds good, but I'm gonna try some other Reese basses. Maybe I can find something fits better to the vibe. I'm searching for a little bit more wider and darker Reese bass.
Change, I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is got to kiss the sky.
I think the Medic's King Reese Bass set just fitting perfectly to the track's vibe. I'm gonna use this one as it is. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the Reese bass. I'm just gonna copy it to the second break. As you see, I already tagged the sections, the intro, the break, the build-up. I can change that, but right now it's following the original track's traffic, the arrangement. So if you do that before start remixing a track, it will make your workflow much more faster. Okay, now I'm gonna go to SPLICE and I'm gonna search for some F kick. And maybe we can choose techno. I'm searching for some really hard, dirty techno kick. This is just perfect. So we are going to use the kick in the drop, but maybe I can start programming my low end on the intro. It will be much more easier. I'm gonna shorten my kick. So we got space for the bass and the rest of the elements. The kick length is so important. Probably we can leave it like that. And I like to add and blood overdrive, not give anything, just to put it. When you do that, the kick instantly becomes so much bigger. Let's lower the volume a little bit. And I think it's best if we just look at the waveform at the same time. And I find this another kick, another techno kick from SPLICE. It's more dirty than the first one. The way I like to use it is kind of like a texture layer. I like to put it and only like to cover the mid frequencies, the very punch frequencies of the kick. Maybe I can, let's first try to cut the subs from like 100 Hz and see how it's gonna sound. What if I put the overdrive to the kick group? Because as you see, like there are 3 channels in here and they are going to a kick group. Maybe I can just put the overdrive to the kick group so it affects both of the channels. Maybe it helps to glue the channels. Okay, let's use it like that. And also I had some EQ in here. Maybe I can just activate it. The EQ is in my template already. And it's dipping the low mid frequencies a little bit. If you saturate some kick, it's good to check those frequencies out because those frequencies tend to make the things more muddy when you layer or just give some saturation to the sound. So much more decent, right? Let's use it like that. And also I find this kick from Regio sample pack. As you see, the click of the kick is amazing. So I'm just gonna use the click part of it. But yeah, let's make sure to send it to some channel because we gotta cut the low frequencies just in case. I'm gonna rename the channels. I think it sounds good. We can use this one as the main kick. We can always go back and fix the stuff, but yeah, for now, this is totally enough to produce the track. I'm copying and pasting the kick layers. So now we definitely need a bass line, at least a rumble, a sub, so we can get the vibe and we can predict how it's gonna be when we are producing the track. So for the bass line, we can generate our own rumble. You already know how to make it from my tutorials probably. I shoot tons of tutorials about the techno kick rumble. But this time I'm gonna go the Ollie James Patreon sample pack. This is the Bigroom Techno sample pack he releases, and he got really cool stuff in the pack. As I remember, this one, it's a really proper kick bass. So maybe we can just get the bass of it. It seems it's fitting to the tempo, track's tempo. I'm gonna cut just one bar like that. And I'm gonna send it to some empty channel. Let's give it some sidechain. And I like to cut the high frequencies. And that's pretty much it for the bass line. Yeah, now it's pretty heavy, just what I wanted. I'm gonna copy paste the bass line. So yeah, now we got intro and we can definitely paste it like that to the drop sections. And now we can just take a look how the vibe becomes.
I won't change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me. Cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is got the kisses come by. I go crazy. Cause you can't change me. Change me.
I think in the original track, as I remember, I'm so afraid to listen it in the stream, it was a cool ARP pattern. It was like following the vocals. Maybe we can just try to create something like that. We just need to keep the original vibe, but add the Bigroom Techno feeling top of the vibe. I'm gonna add the NA2 synth. It's from the Slate Digital. I'm really enjoying the sounds inside of this synth. Maybe we can choose plugs and choose techno, and let's see whatever the sound they have. This is a weird sound. Maybe first we can write the ARP. It has too much cutoff, but yeah, I'm gonna probably search for another sound. I like to check the other sounds in Serum. I couldn't find anything that fits to the vocal in Anna 2.
Change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is up, the distance from mine. I go crazy, 'cause you change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is up, the distance from mine.
Maybe we can use this sound when I give a little bit attack. It's become less plucky, but it gives some space for the vocal. Let's get rid of its delay and reverb, and let's send it to its own channel. I'm gonna put some DST to saturate and make the sound bigger. Then I'm gonna cut the lobes. And then I'm gonna give it some delay. And let's give it some reverb.
I won't change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is up, the distance from mine. I go crazy, 'cause you can't change me. Change me.
Sounds good so far, but in my head I think it's gonna be better if we have some cutoff automation for the pads. I'm just checking if the macros, the modes in the Serum has, but it seems it doesn't. So we can just put our own filter, because I don't like to introduce the full ARPs. Just when I start the break section, I can introduce them slowly with some filter cutoff.
I won't change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is up, the distance from mine. I go crazy, 'cause you can't change me. Change me.
So far so good. Now it's time to maybe introduce the drop leads. I don't have a synth, but I have MIDI already prepared before I shoot the tutorial when I was practicing the track. So probably it's best if I can clone the Serum and just route it to the lead group in here. It's just going here, and in the group I have distortion, EQ, and delay reverb, and also a sidechain. Let me just cut the MIDI from here, and I'm gonna paste it to here. So yeah, this is the MIDI of the track. I'm gonna go to probably 05 feature raise. As I remember, there are some proper techno-ish, Bigroom Techno-ish sound, as I remember in the pack. Yes, I think this sound is perfect. Let's get rid of the delay reverb. I like to put some OTT after the delay reverb, so it's gonna glue the channel and not make it that much peaks. It's gonna tame the dynamics. And I like to put a free clip in the last thing on the chain before the side chain. Yeah, we can definitely use this sound. Let's test how it's gonna be. But it's best if we just create the sidechain automation, because we don't need sidechain if there's no kick. And yes, slowly we are shaping the overall arrangement of the track. As you see now, we have the breaks as we can, we have the build-ups, we have the drops. Now let's place them properly. And I like to go back to the break section. This time I'm gonna make this one unique. I like to add some pad sounds to make the breaks more rich. Maybe we can choose Anna this time. I know there are some cool pads that we can use in the break. I'm gonna send it to here. As you see, I'm not spending my time on sweeps, the FX, the background stuff. Now I'm only focusing to create the main arrangement of the track. This is the first thing I'm always focusing when I'm making remixes. So let's go choose some pads. All of them are so decent. Yeah, I love this one.
making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me.
I think this one fits better. I like to give it a little bit stereo separation to make it more wide.
I won't change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is gone to kiss the sky. I go crazy, 'cause you can't change me, change me.
So since we have more channels in here, maybe it's best if we can check the LFO tool here and give a little bit gain from the clipper. So it's like we are mastering the track right now. And I like to boost the track as much as I can, because if I can do that in this stage of producing, I can predict how it's gonna be after mastering. Is it banging enough? Is it powerful? Is it big enough? Is the sounds are working well together? This is a really nice way to check it. So I like to go to the drop now, and I'm gonna listen my kick and bass. Kick looks pretty decent. It's as big as I can make it. Maybe I can give some overdrive to the bass and make it more fat.
Making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly when the sun is gone to kiss the sky. I go crazy, 'cause you can't change me, change me.
I think I'm gonna put a stereo enhancer to narrow the pads narrow the arps, sorry, because the vocals are pretty wide. And if I have the ARP also wide as much as the vocals, they don't gonna make sense. If you like to have a wide mixdown, you should have a contrast in the track. Some elements should be more narrow, more mono. Some of them can be more stereo. Then the wider elements is going to sound actually wide. Without it, if you widen all the elements in your mix is going to be so messy. So yeah, now I'm gonna just put some enhancer to narrow my ARP.
I go crazy, 'cause you can't change me, change me.
Okay, maybe we can put some hi-hats to the drop, so we can just make another vibe check. I'm using these hi-hats from the Ollie James Patreon Bigroom Techno pack, but probably it's best if we just lower and shorten the hi-hat length a little bit. Maybe I can do it like that. Let's be sure the hat doesn't contain any low frequencies. Probably we can add some rolling hi-hat. Alt Q and then choose levels. Sounds good. Let's send it to some empty channel called roll. And probably we can choose cut self and then work with the envelope settings. It becomes more tight. Probably it should sound pretty decent with the open head that we just add. I'm gonna choose the pan and I'm gonna just quickly write some pan automation for like every hit, left, right. With this, we can get more wide hi-hats. I'm gonna check other sounds. I'm not satisfied with the levels. I'm gonna revert them like that. And instead, I'm gonna add a fruity limiter. And let's route the kick to here. I'm gonna go to compressor, choose the sidechain, make the ratio this time 4:1. Maybe release like 100 milliseconds. And probably in the mid of the drop, we should have something different. Maybe we can put a filter, so we can cut the low frequencies of the kick and bass at the same time. So I brought these two loops from my techno music track. It's always good to have some renders from the release tracks of yours, so you can just reuse them in the future tracks. Let's see if they are gonna fit. So in the second part of the drop, I need to have more loops. So I'm just making it as a ladder, as you see. We are starting from nothing, just with the kick bass. And I'm just adding the drums top of each other. And always trying to create some movement. Yeah, it's pretty decent to me. And we can always fill these little gaps with the main drop kick. Let's make it unique and let's reverse it. So we got something like that. Just the reverse kick sound. And we can just use it like that in this little gap. I love this little ear candies on the drops. Let's do the same in the second part. And now probably I can bring more stuff. Techno music track. Maybe we can get the drop white noise. And maybe the drop sweeps, as I remember this one. Maybe the double claps, the crowd noise. So now it's all about the filling the drop idea that you have. And I have this little white noise. It's like that normally. And I like to place it in the full drop. So it's going to cover some upper, mid and high frequencies, but it's not going to be hearable that much. So now with the background stuff, the FX and the drums, let's see how the drop sounds like. Sounds good. Before I fill more elements, put more elements to the drop, I think we can work a little bit on the main drop lead. I think the lead doesn't have any proper variation and we should definitely fix it. So probably I'm gonna lower the sustain in here and make it like more plucky in the drop. If I drag drop this macro, let's make sure it's not connected to anything else. Yeah, to macro, to maybe decay, and also the release. So I can automate it like that. I think to make the FX, the release effect more obvious, we can also automate the rate in here. Maybe I can just tweak it once. Create automation clip, and probably let's copy the value and paste it as the max. So it would be much more easier to draw the automation curve. If I just make the rate like that, it should be more obvious. Probably we can go to the leads channel and add a fruity flanger. Let's go find it from here. And the next thing I like to add a flanger to the lead group, and probably we can just automate it in certain places, such as when we are getting close to the drop, we can just go crazy with the flanger. I'm gonna add a fruity reverb. And I already have a real decent big preset, like a washout preset. So I like to use the reverb like that. Probably in the gaps, we can just activate the reverb. So maybe not as big as like that. I can make the maximum value of the automation from here. I can adjust it inside of the automation controls. So now I'm thinking about arrangements. Maybe we can have some kick in the part that the vocals are going a little bit bigger in the climax part. Here. Maybe we can just sidechain the bass, the Reese Bass. And maybe the kick doesn't have that much low frequencies. Maybe we can just filter that out a little bit. You can try. And let's connect this automation also to the sidechain. And let's activate it in here. You can try. When the sun has got to kiss us goodbye, I go crazy. 'Cause you can't change me. I'm gonna add some top loop to the break to keep the movement going on. I love this crackle sound. Maybe we can use it. we can use this one, something kind of like a fill. Even it can be worked in the drop. Yeah, we can use this one as a drop fill. Let's copy it in the first part as well. We gotta always make sure the claps, the sounds that we are adding is fitting with the melody itself. So now I'm just making sure the hits are at the same time and not clashing with my melody and they sound good together. And let's check, is it gonna sound good if we have some claps in the maybe last or second part of the drop. I like to change the vibe in at least the ending of the drops. Yeah, we can keep it for now. And let's see what if we use this bass sound. Probably it's best if we just send it somewhere. Cut the low frequencies because I like to use it inside of the drop. And I'm gonna put a sidechain to it so it doesn't clash with the rest of the elements. Let's put some filter for the lead that we have. I don't like to tease it like as big as right now. Now I like to bring this snare build up. So we will work on the details. Probably we can work on the transitions a little bit more in the next episode. But now I like to put just a little bit of the washout effects. And then probably the build-ups are okay for now. Probably it's best. I'm gonna bring my favorite, well, not a favorite sounds. It's just a sustain note. But it works perfectly on a breaks like that.
I won't change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me.
And let's see how it become if I just put some claps to the break section.
You can fly. You can fly. You can fly. You can fly. When the sun is up, the kisses goodbye. I go crazy, 'cause you can't change me, change me, yeah.
And yeah, probably I can leave the project in here, come back in maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, and try to finish the track. Please let me know what you think so far. Please let me know your opinions so far about this remix that I'm making. So now we have the break section, we have the drop, we have the second break. Of course, we have tons of work to do for the transitions and the mixdown and the mastering. But yeah, for the first episode, I think I made a really decent start. So yeah, now I'm gonna play the final track. And today that was it, guys. I hope you can apply this to your own productions too. Now I'm playing the full track. So see you on the next episode. Bye bye.
I won't change. I keep on making all the same mistakes. You can't blame me, 'cause you can't change me. You can fly. When the sun is up, the kisses goodbye. chance, chance.